What's up, guys? We're back again on the YouTube channel here with the 95 Dodge Dakota. So as you see, we've done a lot so far. We've got the valve cover gaskets done, plugs, wires, wiper motor, the heater circuit or heater fuse, so to speak. We've got all new stuff in here, new belts, new idler, tensioner, new coil right there, distributor back there. Got a lot of new parts, but today what we are tackling is a common one. So transmission lines. So if you are like me and you park your truck and you get out, or you drive down the highway and then you get back to your house and the whole inside is lined with transmission fluid, well, transmission lines are probably worn down. More than likely the seals on the ends. So if you can see, sorry about the light, it's getting dark, 650 here. So you got the new lines in place, both driver and passenger side. So we'll go through, I have them on already, but I'll give you guys a quick rundown on what you're going to need to do, what you're going to need to disconnect, and what you're going to need to have to do it. So like you can see, I'm just in the parking lot. Genesis, we got the Mustang. The SVX will be back soon. So first off, to make it a little bit easier so you can access underneath, right there, bam, there's the driver's side, bam, passenger side. So what you're gonna need to do is take off this cowl if you haven't already. There's gonna be a 13 up there. There's gonna be another 13 on the other side of the sway bar here, right there. One right there, and then another one up in there. Take all four of those bolts out. This whole under shield will drop down. That'll give you access to the two front trans-cooler line connections. All I did, I had the slip-ons, well, old style slip-ons, I guess you could say, where I just had to push the two ears in, push it forward, and then pull it out, and it disconnected for me. Obviously, have a container ready because it will drip. Most of this is from me going to work or going and doing errands, coming back, and that's the mess that is left behind. Also, what you're going to need to disconnect is going to have to get up in here. So there's a screw, as you can see. There's a screw right there. That's a 10. And then there's one up there that holds the bracket together. That's a 14. So I took this one off, that way the whole thing was loose, and then I transferred the bracket over to the new line. I'll give you the part numbers for the lines then. The lines were pre-bent, came from Rock Auto. They fit, they work great, they're on, all the good stuff. So after you do that, there is another, so you have that bracket there. There is another bracket up in here, two more 14s that hold these trans lines on before they go back. Take the 14s off. The studs are in the motor, so you can just pull that whole bracket off, same thing. Or you can pinch the lines if you want to. You can squeeze them together and they'll come loose. And as you can see, they run back underneath the header but above the engine mount here, and they run straight back. I'm doing this real basic, guys. I'm even using the car jack. Don't do like me, use jack stands. But with me, even with me underneath this thing without the jack, the truck doesn't even touch me because I'm a small guy, man. Perks of being small. Alright, so we're crawling underneath. So we got the trans pan right here. Sorry about the awkward angle, guys. You got the starter up above me. You got the lines that pass over top of the starter, under the header still. They come back here, wrap between the two nubs there, behind the shifter, automatic shifter cable or linkage, and then this is where they split. So you have driver's side line going back, the driver's side, and then passenger side connecting in right above there. Right there underneath the spring. Now to get to those, you're gonna need the OEM stuff. For me was 19mm, or I used to use the flare wrench, and then I ended up getting a flare wrench socket tool for it too. The new ones, however, mine came with adapters because these are screw style, not slip-on. Slip-on is OEM, screw style is aftermarket. Once you go with the screw-on changes. So the brass fitting that goes into the trans is then 5/8, and the actual flare on the end, right there, that black flare, right here on the line, that's 19. So 19 5/8, or 3/4 5/8, pretty much 15 and 19, however you want to do that. Make sure you don't over tighten them because the brass fittings will snap. I snapped one earlier up here, and it was a pain to get it out. I'm just glad that the self remover got it out. Here it actually is, over here. That's why I have all this stuff. Here it is. It's seen better days. Snapped the whole fitting off. Had to go in there and easy it out. So I'm hoping not too many metal shings went in. I'll probably drain it anyways and change the filter, but here's the pieces I'm talking about that I used right here. Got 3/4 and 5/8, and then I just used a normal 3/8 socket extension. It all came out the way it was supposed to. Very little drainage that came out from underneath. You can up there disconnect them from their little hanging spot. As you can see right here, they pinch up again. Now you can take the bracket off. All I did was squeeze the lines together and they popped free, and as you can see, they route back that way. Make sure, if you want to make more space, you could just connect just make sure you put the cotter pin back in the back of it. And my automatic shifter bushing up here for the linkage is blown out, so I can disconnect this whenever I want. Sometimes it disconnects itself, and I have no gears, or whatever gear I'm in is the gear I'm in. So I have to shut it off, crawl underneath, and disassemble it or reconnect it. Alright, so we'll get to the part numbers now. Here's the old trans lines. Like I said, you can just weasel them in there. If you have to play a little Jenga with them, but they will slide back through. I just slid the back in through the front, and basically you just have to basically wiggle them in, and they'll slide back. And then, like I said, here's the old ones. They have the old ear style clips on them, and then my little container to catch it. That's the only amount of fluid that came out, so it's not much. And this is the old style. This is what I'm talking about. So slip-ons for the ends, as you can see. The old lines are just slip-on type, and then the slip-on, and they have a little C-clip that runs through it and holds it in place. And then this one is 19 as well, OEM stuff. You just have to take this whole thing out. Mine came with new fittings. Like I said, I snapped one, so I had to go grab another one. But you should have all the fittings and everything that is needed and required. I want to say it was 1/4 inch and 3/4, or 1/4 inch and 3/8, but don't quote me on that. I'll try to put it in the description as well. These are the parts I used. So we used Dorman solutions for the driver's side. This is the driver's side transmission line, or the cooler. And then side-Sunsong, I guess that's how you say that. This is the passenger side, 580 1218. Now this one on Rock Auto, it says without snow package. That is the right one. This is the right one, even though I don't know what that would have to do with anything. That's the right one. Driver's side, 64-351, and side-Sunsong 580 1218. But that's all you're gonna need then. Like I said, I'll put what you're gonna need down in the description below. But besides that, hopefully this is gonna help somebody out, because I could not find any videos on how to route these or what to use or anything like that. And when you go to refill with ATF +4. You can use normal ATF, but there was a bulletin and everything with Dodge. They said So the ATF plus 4 is supposed to help keep with the longevity of the electronics inside the trans. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Hopefully today that helped out with you guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. And like I said, don't be too tight on everything. But besides that, thanks for watching. And if you want to see more videos on the Dakota or the Jenny or the Stang, and like I said, or the Subaru that's coming back, let me know down below as well. Or just subscribe to the channel and stay tuned to everything, guys. And if you're really trying to help me grow the channel, go ahead and share the content so we can get this channel growing. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.